Hello, folks. So today we are going to be playing Call of Cthulhu, and we're going to be playing the classic scenario, The Haunting. So we've got a whole new group of investigators about to go look into the Corbett house. My name is Dan Voshkevich, and I will be your GM, storyteller, handler, whatever you want to call us, or keeper, as what's called in the Call of Cthulhu world. So we've got new investigators here at our table. Who do we have all at our table?
My name is Detective Ron House. I was a police officer. I was in the force, gave a nice 10 years to service over in Boston. Pretty good place. I got transferred over to Hell's Kitchen, made a ruckus, and now I'm in the private investigative sphere. Let's hope this job doesn't turn out like the last one.
All right. And who else do we have?
My name's Josephine. It's a bit annoying, really. I mean, Daddy told me to get a job. I mean, it's a bit silly, really. But I don't need a job. But I'm having fun meeting very interesting people, and it's quite entertaining, really.
And besides Josephine and Detective House, who else do we have?
Hi, y'all. I'm Zubi Beauchamp. I am a member of the occult. And if you ever need a reading, I do wonderful seances. So just come over my way and maybe we can read a few cards.
All right. And who else do we have?
Hello, I am Dolores Jean Valentine, but please call me DJ. And I am a current law student at Harvard, trying to, well, pay my way through grad school.
All right. And who else do we have here?
Hi. So I do a bit of everything. I'm a laborer. I do stuff in the community, trying to make sure everyone's all right. Other than that, just trying to find work and make sure everything's done well.
All right. Thank you, Mason. And I think we finally have left the big mountain of a man over there. Huh?
Hey there, I'm Benny Solomonson. Had a chance to be the champ, got real close, but took the side money instead and took the fall and needed a gig. And so here I am working for this detective fella. Let me know if I can do anything or rough anybody up for you guys.
So everyone, you are all working for a law firm called Marsh and Marsh. Some way you found your way into there. And Marsh and Marsh has been contracted as troubleshooters and inspectors by a man named Mr. Knott, K-N-O-T-T. Now, Mr. Knott had recently inherited a home in downtown Boston. It's in central Boston. It's an old house. It's known as the Corbett House. Now, he's been having some terrible time trying to rent the house out because it seems like something happened to the previous tenants, the Marcario family. Now, he wants to clear up the house, clear up the name of the house, and restore its good name. It's been in disrepair, but nobody wants to work on it. Nobody wants to go there. Now, he's not just offering to reimburse you right away. It's going to be $25 for each of you in cash. But then also once it's done, he's going to double that money, $50. And then on top of that, he's going to give you 5% of the rent per month for the first 2 years. He's willing to take a hit on the rent for that. So now that's 5% each for each of you. So that's quite a chunk of money. Now, gives you the address, hands you the keys, and sets you on your way. Now, most folks, especially in your job, you've done these jobs for Marsh and Marsh before. You know that you don't necessarily just run into the house and, move in, kick down the door right away. You want to do a little bit of research, know what you're getting yourselves into, what's going on. Here, you have the opportunity, that you could maybe check out, newspaper articles, the house might have some, something historic going on, or you might have heard something about the Marcario family. You could possibly go to the Central Library, or to the Hall of Records, or to the police. There is a bar not far away from the house as well. So talking to some local folk. So where do people want to go? In this game, I don't mind if the party splits.
Well, the library's so boring. I don't mind going along to the bar. I usually do quite well talking to people.
Okay.
The detective would want to go ahead and call in on one of his favors. Probably go see his old partner over at the station, see if he's got any rumors.
Okay.
Well, the library isn't boring if you know how to use it. I'm headed there.
Okay.
My spiritual guides are telling me that the newspapers at the library are the place to look.
The newspapers at the library, not at the actual newspaper
Well,
itself?
the archives, I'm looking for the ones that have been leafed through. So,
Okay.
no, at the library.
Of the library. Okay.
You get more of a sense from the touch, of who's been reading and having reactions.
Yes, and I'm gonna get more of the sense when it comes to locals. I'm gonna talk to them. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna see what they know.
Yeah, I think I'm willing to go head out to the locals and then maybe swing in and check on the bar too. Because, who can't say no to a drink?
Yeah.
Definitely.
You're a man after my own heart.
All right. So we have Detective House going to head to the police station. We have DJ and Zuby are going to be heading to the library, and the three of you are going to be heading to the local bar. All right. So we're going to start off real quick. We're going to go to the police office since we've got one person heading there first. So, Detective Haas, you walk into the local PD station there. It's not the primary police station, but it's one of the auxiliary offices. And the desk sergeant looks at you. You got some good size stones to come in here again.
What can I say? You can take the man out of the station. You can't take the station out of the man. Is Jiminy Cricket, Officer Jiminy Cricket? Sorry, still working here?
Yeah, Cricket's still here. What do you need him for?
I just want to ask some questions.
All
Full
right.
of knowledge.
All right, sounds good. All right, I'll get him. You stay right there. Don't touch anything.
Don't worry. Can't even imagine it. He'll go ahead and pop a casket from his pocket, start lighting up the smoke.
Okay. He heads off. Oh, do remember, even though there is a bar, it is still prohibition time. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Uh-oh.
The police officer comes back. Detective Cricket looks at you and goes, Haas, you're here. Why are you here?
Well,
That stuff follows you.
Sorry about that. Force of habit, I guess. I'm just trying to get a little bit of intel on this little house family.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What house, what family?
Out of character, could you please remind me of the name? I'm sorry.
No problem. It is actually, here's what I could do.
There we go. Thank you.
There is a handout for you.
All right.
Everybody should see the handout. If I can get a thumbs up, if they can see it.
Yep. I can't raise my thumbs, but I can.
Fair enough. We'll take the audio.
Okay. Well, Cricket, I want to know a little bit more about the Corbett house. A lot of rumors around that place. I know, but seems it's crossed my desk. I was wondering if you could fill me in on it.
It's a place you don't want to go into. That place is haunted.
Haunted?
Haunted.
We're getting shot at every day. We're having to bust down speakeasies day and night. You're telling me it's haunted, and that's why I should go away? Come on, give me some real intel.
What do you want me to tell you? Nobody goes in there. People that go in there come running out screaming. It's not a good place to go to.
I see. Well, then do you have any intel on why? Maybe there's a family that died there. Bad crime, something?
No, the Marcarios, they were nice. They were nice folks, but they didn't have any problems with anyone. I mean, Mr. Marcario, he got in trouble a couple times, but nothing bad there.
We're talking misdemeanors or?
Yeah, nothing really to write home about. Something that spends a night in the drunk tank, and then that's kind of it,
All right. I mean, we've all spent a night or two. I guess I'm gonna have to go follow some other leads.
Yeah.
Oh, there is one thing though. You said there was a couple of small incidents. Any sign of underhanded dealings, foul play? Some big family's got a black widow or two.
Look, that family was okay. They were good people. I mean, I don't have any problems with them. Though Corbett, though, the guy that owned the house a long time ago,
Yeah.
he was wrapped up in some stuff. He was wrapped up in some stuff with the, there was a shootout at a church. It just didn't turn out right.
I gotta be honest, Cricket. A shootout at a church kind of sounds like something significant. You shouldn't hide from your partner.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Can't have anything to do with what's going on now.
You got a file or something I can take with me?
No, you can't take anything out of here.
Sorry, force of habit. I'm gonna go take my leave then.
All right.
Stay frosty, all right, Cricket?
Yeah, be safe. Don't get any lead poisoning, okay?
All right. I'll go ahead and walk outside of the precinct to probably go follow up on some leads. I think newspapers is probably the first thing I'll think of when I think of something as big as a shootout at a church.
Okay. We'll get to you in a moment here. All right, DJ and Zuby, you arrive at the Boston Central Library. It's a beautiful building, has pillars out front, has lions. It's a gorgeous place. DJ, you've been here quite often. You know your way around it. You make your way up the stairs and into the building, and the first thing that catches your senses is the smell of old books. It's quiet here. It seems as though that there's some folks moving around, but they respect the silence. It's a reverence. There's a lot of desks with green lamps that have green glass lamps casting an eerie shade over the open area and over the stacks. Where are we going to look for first? Zuby, you said you wanted to go look through the
I want to look through the
newspapers
that are in the library that they've filed away.
Okay. And where's DJ going? What's DJ going to look for?
I think DJ is also going to head to the newspapers. Like you said, she knows her way around and has been there often. So she walks in, waves to the librarians whom she's friendly with, and just kind of turns to Zuby and says, Zuby, if you want to head back to the newspapers with me, I can take you there.
Oh, aren't you, sweetheart? I'll follow right behind you.
All right. So you find the stacks and the archives, and some of the newspapers are draped over wooden dowels, and others are filed away in bookshelves and filed accordingly. I'd like for you guys, both of you, to go ahead and give me a library use roll. So all you need to do is just click on the library use role or library use on the skill. Oh, Zuby, you are not finding much. All right. So, Zuby, you find quite a few newspapers, a lot of newspapers, a glut of newspapers, almost an avalanche of newspapers, if you will. And DJ happens to, file through and look through quite a few. Now,
DJ darling, can you help me with maybe the obituaries? You've been around here long enough, haven't you, sweetheart? Perhaps you could narrow it down, you think?
Yeah, I can try, definitely.
so
Need to go get myself a lemonade.
There's no eating or drinking in the library. Please follow the rules.
Oh, sugar. Rules were made to be broken.
Do not get me kicked out of here.
after a little bit of time, you're able to find some information about the Corbett house. It looks as though the house was built in 1835, so it's quite old, almost 100 years old now, so quite a bit. And the person that had built it was a merchant who had, quite prosperous, and then he sold it to a fellow Walter Corbett Esquire. Now that's what Zuby and DJ found. Now, DJ, you're able to kind of dig into it a little bit more, and you're able to cross-reference and with other records, and you find out that Mr. Corbett wasn't necessarily liked by his neighbors. It seems though that he was sued a few times, and that pointed off to some legal action. So you might want to follow up on see what happened with the the legal action there. And they said that he was sued and wanted him to leave the area for consequence of his serious habits and inauspicious demeanor. What does that mean?
What does that mean? Exactly.
All right. So with that bit of information, knowing that he got into that, purchased the house, and the other person fell ill, and then his neighbors wanted to kick him out. Did you want to continue through the newspapers, or did you want to head off into the legal items?
I want to check the legal.
Okay. Zuby?
I'll follow along. DJ
Okay.
dear, they don't have any lemonade. Oh, they have these things with water in them, like I'm supposed to lick it up like a dog. How in the world do you college girls spend all your time in these places? It's as dead as a seance.
It's peaceful, for one thing. And it's actually very nice.
Darling, I will take you home with me sometime and I'll show you very nice.
Please don't.
So after a little bit of more searching throughout the library, you do find that there is you find the lawsuit. He had won the lawsuit, was not forced to move out, and actually included in that file is a copy of his obituary in 1866. So about 60-70 years ago. He was still living in the same house, and there was a second lawsuit that was placed against him that wanted to prevent Corbett from being buried in the basement of his house, as per his will. And you're not able to find an outcome of his second suit.
Okay.
Seance.
Some people are so morbid. Like, really?
I mean, maybe he just really liked his house. And some people get buried in their backyard. He wanted to get buried in his basement.
Not quite the same thing, darling. Not quite the same thing. Perhaps we should take this to the detective?
Yeah, let's see if he's found anything.
All right. So we're going to go to the folks in the bar. So O'Flanagan's pub is still open. It is a trope, but that's okay. It's got a little bit of a noise in the background of people, bustling and talking about business here. And as you enter in, a man, an old man with glasses and a white coat looks at you. Do you have your prescription?
Oh, not right now, but I can certainly afford one.
All right. It's just be only a couple. You got a quarter or a dime?
Of course. Yeah.
He scribes a prescription for alcohol for you and leaves it blank. It expires tomorrow.
What'll it be, chaps, on me?
I think we should walk up to let's just go up to the bar. I'd like some suds and see if anybody knows what's going on around this Corbett house. See if there's any local history of this place.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. The pharmacist, right? What's his name? Sorry.
He's actually a physician. He's a doctor.
Yeah, I just say of course I have my prescription, and I I want to talk to him a little bit before we go in.
Okay. He looks at you. Oh, what can I do for you?
What up, Doc? Look, I got a few questions. I got a job, got to figure some stuff out.
Okay.
So,
I mean, does this require that we have is it a physical? Because my license. No? Oh,
Nah.
okay. All right.
I don't get physicals. I'm healthy as a horse. What are you talking about? Look at me. All right. I'm gonna ignore that insult right now, but what the hell? No, man. I'm talking about the Corbett house.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. You don't know anybody that knows something about that?
I delivered 2 of the babies there.
Did you now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whose babies?
The Macarios.
Oh. Well, they got 2 kids? They still alive?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're still alive. They better still be alive.
I don't know. Yeah, tell me, how was it when you went there? Did you deliver in the house?
Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't afford a hospital, so they called upon me, and I went and delivered the kids at the house. They were nice folks.
Nice?
Yeah.
How long ago did you deliver the 2 kids?
About 7 or 8 years ago. There was 2 of them. Wow, I went into a whole lot of Jenkins disease there. I just fell into a Southern accent. Sorry about that.
Okay, 7, 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of the house when you went there?
It was kind of small, but it was okay for 4 people.
Okay. Didn't think anything weird about it?
No, I wouldn't go back there now. I mean, it's a death trap. Look at it.
All right, fair enough. All right, yeah. Do you know anybody that's been talking about it? Any curious stories?
Some guy came in and was talking about, trying to buy the house, or he inherited the house or something, and yeah, he didn't want to buy a prescription, so he could sod off.
You know what? That's fair. That's completely fair.
The Macarios were good folk, good people, good Catholic folks.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what's wrong with the house. Something's up with it. Why wouldn't you go in now? Just because of the death trap? Nothing else?
Yeah, they haven't been in there for a couple years, but it just looks like it's about to fall down.
No. All right. Do you know where the Macarios went after?
Yeah. He had an accident, and Mr. Macario had an accident. And I think he's in state care, and Mrs. Macario's in state care as well. I think she's in Roxbury now.
Then where's the kids at?
I don't know, but I think they're okay. I think they went to family somewhere.
All right, cool. Can I get another prescription?
Got a dime?
For you, yeah.
All right.
And then I head back. I head towards the bar.
Okay. Benny and Josephine, you guys trundle up to the bar. The bartender looks at you. Hey, how we doing? Hey, champ.
Isn't it an Irish pub?
Yes, effectively.
With an Italian barkeep. Nice. Anyway,
Equal opportunity.
Josephine is, as usual, wearing kind of a flapper dress and bobbed hair and all. I put a picture up on the Roll20, but so well, we're doing very well. We're here for a little bit of a pick me up and maybe a bit of a chat with you.
Oh, all right. What are you drinking?
I'll take the usual. You know what I like.
All right.
Do you have any white grape juice, possibly bubbly?
I do, and they brought it over from France. I heard it's pretty good. I got a bottle over here, and he comes back with some drinks. So why are you? I get why you're here, champ, but we don't necessarily. I mean, you're always welcome. Money's money, right?
I understand. Hey, Chief, we're kind of here. My friend here and I we've been asked to kind of go around. I know you're from this area a lot more than I am. I'm originally from New York and got to settle down here after fighting, but kind of curious about that Corbett house. Do you know anything about it? Have you heard anything about it?
Well, I was actually thinking of maybe renting it out myself, but then I heard things about, well, odd things that happened, so I'm a little bit scared. Maybe you could help me.
He looks left and looks right and leans in and goes, that place is haunted.
Haunted?
Haunted? Haunted how?
Mr. Marcario, he kind of lost it in the head. He was yelling about something about burning eyes. You know, there was he had gotten into a fight with the missus, and then they came and they took him away in white jackets. And then a little bit later, Mrs. Macario, she goes and loses it too. They took her away. Kids are with the auntie in Baltimore. But yeah. You really want to rent that place?
I'm not so sure now. Have you ever been inside yourself?
No, I haven't been in that though. The Macarios, they were good people, but I mean,
what about, was there anything they were doing to the house before everything happened? I mean, they were there for a while. Why did it suddenly all go so horribly, horribly wrong?
Look, it wasn't, they weren't the first ones to kind of lose it there either. You know, the way back right before the first war, you know, one of the families had a guy, you know, kill somebody in the family there, just went crazy and stabbed him with the knife. You know, the rest of the family then left and it was empty, and then the Macarios moved in.
What about this Corbett chap? Did you know anything? Like the house is named after him.
Kind of one of those things. It's like, you know, the Billings house down the way. Old dude. That's kind of it. You know, I wish I knew more. Mason, you come up to you make it up to the bar at this point as well. And yeah.
I tap Benny on the shoulder just so I can like sit next to him on the bar. And I like say hi to the bartender and be like, I'm looking for a little bit something more stiff. Mind giving me a rusty nail?
All right. Actually want the nail in it this time?
You know what? Surprise me.
All right. He pours his drink and comes back, leaving you guys to kind of, you know, be by yourselves just for a moment and go over what you've learned.
Yeah, so I tell them what the old doc told me about both the, like, I guess confirming what they just found out about the parents, and yeah, so I give them all the details about what I just talked about.
Is that near here? I don't know about any state care homes. I mean, Granny ended up in this very nice place, Shady Elm. Never mind. Is it something we could follow up on?
Yeah, would I know where the
Roxbury Sanitarium is?
yeah.
So Roxbury would require a train ride out of town. It would be an all day type of event. It's not far, but it's also not really close.
Well, we can see what the detective says, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be hitting that out there anytime soon. Kind of.
If they've really lost their minds, I can't imagine there'd be very much they could tell us.
Even a few lost minds have a few marbles left.
That's true.
Great time to stream wipe. So, Detective House, you head into the Boston Globe, the newspaper, and there is a page there, records keeper named Ruth Blake. You think Ruth Blake might have been around since the Revolution?
Okay, he's got that kind of vibe. He's that old. He's got the whole silver.
Yes.
Oh, she. Yeah,
yes.
she. Gotcha. Well, I guess I think the best thing I can do is I'm just gonna go ahead and walk up to her, kind of be casual, but stand up straight, confident, professional. I'm gonna go ahead and flash my wallet, pretending it's a badge. I'm gonna say, "Pleasure to meet you, man. My name is Detective Ron House. I'm looking for some intel."
Okay. What kind of information are you needing?
I was looking for information on the Corbett house and a shooting at a church a while back. You wouldn't have to know anything about that, would you?
Why are you asking about the Corb? She kind of shuts up before she finishes the response.
I'm asking on mandate of the local police station. I'm running an investigation. I was told that you might be able to assist.
Well, I've got something. Do you have the address for the house?
I believe so. I have it written down on this little slip here. Out of character, do I?
Yeah. Yes,
all
you
right,
do.
cool. Yes. I pull out the slip of paper out from my pocket.
Just to let you know that if you guys think you have something on you that's not in, out of this world, or, that your character might normally have, then you're going to have it. We'll say that you have it, Ward. I don't have to worry about your inventory. Certainly you might have, electric torches, which are flashlights, but maybe just not on you right at the moment in time, or maybe a shovel or whatnot. All right, detective, let me see. Follow me. And she begins to walk back towards some of the archives.
Pretty old place you got here.
For every 4 steps that she takes, it's about 30 seconds. She is moving very slow.
You okay?
She stops and turns and goes, "You're not a police officer, are you?"
Don't worry, ma'am. Not anymore. You can trust me.
All right. So you're trying to win her over. So she's kind of, she's giving you, the eye of should I trust you? Do you think, because there are 4 skills traditionally there's 4 skills for communication in Call of Cthulhu. There's fast talk, there's charm, there's persuade, and then there's intimidate. Now, Credit rating also comes in handy if you wish to grease the wheels monetarily as a way, or to impress someone with your, how you look or how trustworthy, you are financially. So that's always a possibility.
Gotcha. Please define fast talking.
So fast talking is lying. It's catching people up in, minor details and kind of getting your way in, maybe a little bit of deceit, if you will. Charm is kind of turning on just being personable and appearing vulnerable and having conversation. Persuade is the salesman tactic, and intimidate also a salesman tactic, but works better if you stand over someone and look down and kind of get the way that you want based off of physical appearance, or mom and dad parent looks. That's also qualifies as intimidate.
Well, I think in this case, I know Detective Ron House, he's not trying to intimidate, he's not trying to scare the woman, he's not trying to lie. He's never told a lie thus far. So I think he's just gonna be doing a little bit of a charm.
Okay.
He doesn't want to do anything crazy right now. He's just keeping it low key.
All right, go ahead and give me a charm roll, please.
All right, let's find out. Oh no.
Okay. So as we see, it's 26 out of a 15. Now, because this is something that you need to do, how I like to play this in games is, if you, especially horror games where you need to find clues, you're going to find the clue, but you may not get additional information on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the locked door problem in a lot of D&D games, where if you come to a locked door and your rogue or the person with the thieves tools can't unlock the door, the game grinds to a halt. So kind of the same thing goes with investigative games. So in this case, you're going to get the initial intent, but you're not going to get a whole lot more information, but you didn't do too bad.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Thank you.
Go ahead.
To say, yoo-hoo, detective, is that you over there? DJ and I've been looking for you everywhere.
All right. Pardon me, ma'am. Yo. How do you say, what's up, I guess? How are you doing?
Our young DJ has been so smart and found such wonderful bits of information at the library. No wonder they let her into Harvard. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Doing well. Good job, both of you. Pardon me a moment. Give us a few minutes. I want to finish up my conversation with this sweet little lady over here.
Oh, you mean? Oh, hello. Hi, sweetie.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
Your hair is beautiful this day. You must tell me who does it.
Me.
Well, then I must make an appointment to come visit you, my dear.
I don't think we have time.
Aren't you sweet? What a pleasant heart. So she's actually going to try to, well, actually, let me first talk to the detective. Detective, what is it that you're doing over here?
Just trying to get a little bit of information on the Corbett house. You know how it goes.
Oh, and I bet you know everything, don't you, dear?
Yeah. I try.
Oh, I'm talking to the lady detective. My goodness.
I don't know everything, but I could find everything in here.
Oh, I bet.
I need to find this address. And she starts to walk. Okay. All right.
Okay. So I'm going to try a fast talk.
Okay.
Detectives can't lie, but I can. I'm good at it.
Thank you for the assist.
Well, right. Darling, I know you can find just about any little thing you want to in this big building here. I'm hoping you can get us the most salacious details. And as a favor, I will give you a seance and you can talk to one of those loved ones that you've been meaning to patch things up with.
She crosses herself and she's like, maybe I'll take you up on that offer. And in a few moments, she seems to move a little bit faster. She finds a newspaper. She comes back. She's holding it in both hands, and it has a sticker on it. And she goes, "This was not published, but I think this might help you." And she hands you the newspaper. And
You are so sweet. Detective, would you like to take a look?
Very
this
much.
can't
Thank
this
you.
this can't leave.
Oh, of course, dear. Of course, dear.
Don't worry, madame. We won't be taking it. Just need a quick little glance over it if you don't mind.
All right. So you see that there is this front page, and it was supposed to run in 1918, and it was a feature story. It says that in 1880, the family of French immigrants moved into the house, but fled after a series of violent accidents, left the parents dead and 3 children crippled. The house stood vacant for a while. In 1909, another family moved in and immediately fell ill. In 1914, the eldest brother went mad, killed himself with a kitchen knife, and the heartbroken family moved out. And then in 1918, a third family, the Macarios, rented the house, but they left almost immediately after they all became ill at the time.
If there's one thing I know, it's a pattern. Clearly something's going on over here. All right, thank you, ma'am. I think I got the information I need. You have a lovely day. And I go ahead and hand her back the newspaper.
Okay, she takes the newspaper and heads off. Have a good day. And DJ, you should be studying.
So DJ is looking over the notes that she had taken about the cases, and kind of lets the detective know what they found at the library.
Okay. Seems like everybody is kind of caught up on things. And I think that's most of the information. Is there anything else anybody wants to check out? There is the question about Roxbury. Roxbury is a bit of a distance away. Go ahead, Ben. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so I'm finishing up my second cup of beer, and I'm thinking we should maybe go to the hall, the city records place.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of want, like, I asked the bartender, like, how long you been here?
Since I was knee high to a grasshopper.
Do you know anybody who's been in the house, like who lived in there before the Macarios?
Yeah, the Dooleys.
Doolies. All right. Do you know anybody that's who's still around, who's lived in the house before?
No, Bobby Dooley, the youngest brother that survived the stabbing, he went off to the war. He didn't come back to Boston.
All right. I just want to know if anybody's from the house still lives in the area.
No.
Hey, do you know anybody down at the city records that I might be able to, warm up to, wink, wink, warm up to be able to get some information about the house?
Do I know, considering I'm good with
No,
locals?
the barkeep. Does he know anybody we should talk to since he's been here since he's knee high to a duck?
Yeah, there's oh, you picked the name Benny. All right. Yeah, there's Mike. Mike's there. Mike. Yeah, Mike Locke.
What are the chances of Mason knowing Mike?
You know him pretty well. He's been around. He is like a city engineer. He's kind of like a young kid done well. He's late 20s, early 30s. He got a city job. He used to bust his butt, but now he's got a cushy job.
Okay. Can I say that, like, because, like, if like 30, like Mason's 30, and they're close to like the 20-30 days, can I say that we kind of grew up in the same area?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay. And I'm like, yeah, Benny. I know old Mike. Let's go.
Let's do it. Josephine, you want to come along? You're going to have some more drinks.
It's tempting, but I'll come with you. I've never been in the city hall.
Gonna have to go one day.
Yeah. So you arrive at the city hall pretty quickly, and you find Mike is stuck in a area. It says office of records, and he's sitting behind a desk. Looks up and sees Mason. He waves and kind of trundles over. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mike, how you been?
Pretty good. How about you?
You know what? I got a job and I have a few questions.
Is that Benny Solomon's?
Yes. You want to say
Hi,
hi?
I'm Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, Benny, nice to meet you, my friend.
Hi, and oh, hello.
I want to introduce you to the lovely Josephine.
Josephine Harvey. It's a pleasure. How fascinating it must be to work here.
Fascinating is definitely a word. And his eyes seem to sparkle. You're not sure if he's entranced in either Benny or Josephine or both.
Okay. And so I like grab him by the shoulder, like, look, Mikey boy, these are my 2 coworkers right now. You mind we come into your office and chat a bit?
Sure. Yeah. What's going on, kid?
Yeah, so we are looking at the Corbett house. So I need a little bit more information about it.
Okay,
you got any records?
You got an address on it?
Yeah. And I pull out a crumpled piece of paper from one of the many pockets in my overalls.
Okay. Give me a moment. Let me see what I got. And he keeps looking back at Benny and Josephine, and he's just smiling like he's met celebrities.
You bit starstruck, Mikey boy?
He took a guy down at the Iram Temple, like 2 shots. It was like 15 seconds in the first round. It was wicked cool.
Hell, it was wicked. But still, gotta act cool.
No, I don't have to. Maybe I could. And I mean, look, she's a Harvey. She's got money.
Oh, you gonna be slick like that? All right.
Well, hang on. Let me go find something.
All right.
So he runs off and then comes back. All right. So Corbett House, old place.
Okay,
go ahead.
While he's off, sorry, I didn't know if I was off mute. While he's off looking, would there happen to be blueprints around, and maybe we could do like an investigative check to see if we can find some blueprints laying around?
Sure. Give me a library use roll.
All of us?
Sure. Yes. All right. So Benny, there's and Josephine got a 65, and Mason.
How do I do this?
Click on libraries. Now make sure that you're not in edit mode.
Ooh, I am in edit mode. Okay. Library use?
Yep. There we go. Beautifully. All right. So the 3 of you are not library type of use kind of people, but you have an option here. They're in Call of Cthulhu, especially the most recent version. You could burn luck points because luck is an attribute or a skill, and you could spend luck point to bring down your dice roll. So since Joseph rolled a 21 or Joe rolled a 21 and only needs a 20, it would cost 1 luck point to bring that down.
Yeah, I'll spend it. Where's the luck points at?
So luck points are Let me look at your character sheet. It's been a bit.
Oh, I see it. It's
Yep.
there. Do I just click on it and it'll take 1?
Yep. Oh, nope. You may need to go to edit and bring it down by 1 and then make it a 39.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with utilizing luck is if you have to make a luck roll, your luck has gone down. Also, in this game, if everybody is together, so say that the three of you have an event or something that requires a luck roll, the person with the lowest luck rolls, because it's usually the unlucky one. That's how that kind of pans out.
Oh, good to know.
So then that
Is
would have been
Detective
my-
House not very lucky?
Oh no, I'm just noted for future reference. Oh no.
So then that would have brought the luck down, and my roll would have been a success.
Yes, that is correct.
So we would have found some blueprints.
Yes, so you are able to find the blueprints of the house. The house is a 2-story home. It's very narrow. It is a former brownstone where it would have a house on each side that would be connected with shared walls, but those houses that were the neighbor houses are gone. So now there's a yard that encompasses around the outside of the house.
Mason, I don't know how to read these damn things. You wanna take a look at these? You've been with these blueprinty things before. You wanna put them in your pocket so we can get out of here when we leave with them?
Why can't we ask Mikey? We'll just swipe them after. Let's talk to Mikey first.
Mike comes back. He's like, I don't have a lot of information, right?
Yeah.
But, oh, hey, that's the Corbett house. That's the house. Nice. That's the address. So, yeah, it looks like there's a couple rooms upstairs and some downstairs, and it looks like it's a basement. Pretty small place. But this place, the executor of the will was a priest at this weird church.
Priest.
Yeah, hang on. And he brings out the will of Walter Corbett. And the will bequeaths money to the Church of Contemplation, and then also the notice that he requests to be interred at the house. And the pastor was a man named Michael Thomas.
You don't have to know, Mike, if this pastor is still alive.
Looks all right. I don't think so. There was something that happened at that church.
What happened?
They got into a fight with the cops. There was a firefight and the church burnt down.
Oh. I asked, like, Mike, help me look over these blueprints. I know something's off about them. There's got to be something off. Like, this house wouldn't be left to ruins just because. And I want to investigate the blueprints and to see, like, if there's anything if more an intense glance I might find. What do I do for that?
So, what skill do you think would be utilized there?
I think like maybe like would it be anthropology? Like no.
No, I don't.
Or
think
appraise?
Appraise, yeah. Yeah, give me an appraise roll. All right.
Oh, okay, bummer.
Did
I get any aid from Mikey boy?
Having this stuff there, and the house itself looks fairly basic. There's nothing that really jumps out on the blueprint itself. It has a full basement underneath. It doesn't look as though that there's any kind of offshoots according to the original blueprints. Actually, I can show you the blueprints. That is why everybody had a bit of just darkness on their screen. Give me just a moment here. Did it? Oh, it did not. Did not reveal. Oh, no, momento.
It's all good. It's all good.
In the meantime, Josephine's looking at the will. I know a little bit about wills. We had an awful row about great grandma's back in Greenwich, but can I have a look? A praise for that
Or law.
law.
Appraise or law, your choice on
Praise,
that.
I think a praise. Failure.
Ooh.
Very big.
So that's a critical. Well, you've already rolled it. You rolled the 74 earlier, so we're not going to hit you on that one.
Well,
I want to show you the house, but I don't want to show you everything.
Mikey, you lose your glasses or
it's getting
something?
a little bit. Well, should we just go there, find the detective, and take a look?
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't see why not. I just there's something curious about the house, though. Like,
Well,
bad
clearly-
things seem to be following that or be happening in that house, and it's. I want to know a bit more. I was hoping Mikey would also give us past residents too. Who else has lived there? Who else has died? Any surviving past tenants living in the area?
Perhaps
Nobody's
others-
living in the area. Everybody's moved out.
Everybody's moved out.
Perhaps
Okay.
the others have found out more from the library. We should pool our resources and
Yeah.
they're better at the library than I am, obviously, but I never spent very much time in the library.
Mike, before we leave, what do you think about? I keep hearing this thing about it being haunted. What do you make of it being haunted?
I don't put any stock in any of that type of stuff.
You just think it's old creaky bones of the house?
Yeah, it's creepy, sure, but I don't think it's haunted.
Gotcha.
Mikey, I know in the will it says that he wanted to get buried in the basement, which is, an odd thing. Do you know where he ended up being buried?
I think in the basement.
They let him bury him in the basement?
Yeah.
Isn't there like law against the dead in a home?
There we go. That's the layout of the house. Does everybody see the layout of the house?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yes, he died in 1860.
Oh.
Now it's a white square in a big black square.
Yep, that's all I
Indeed.
see as well.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's a very geometrically sound house. Very square. It's ranch style, right?
Seems dark and foreboding to me. Unless the light more light in, or maybe out.
Problem is there's a secret on there and I don't want to show you.
Totally
well.
get you. Roll 20 is very tricky sometimes.
At times, yes.
So none of the
So now we
none
see
of the previous residents did they not know he was buried in the house?
I don't know, man. Probably not. I mean, they might have, but that's kind of.
Who owns the house? You know what? I got questions.
It's titled out to some guy named Knott.
Mr.
Yeah.
Knott. He's
Yeah,
the one.
no.
He's the one who hired us.
Yeah, that's why I stopped my question. Because I know who hired us. But it is just odd that no one before our Mr. Knot didn't know about the body and didn't want to, I would dig him up if I had that house. There's no point of having someone dead in my house. It's mine. They don't pay rent no more.
But maybe that's what we should do. Go and dig him up, and then, spot of paint and some nice new curtains, and it'll be fine.
Are you a decorator too?
I'm not a digger, but I got a shovel. I can help out.
Digging is more your thing, isn't it, Mason? I've dabbled in interior design, not the actual work, the creative. So,
Delicate hands, huh?
well, they've always said I have rather delicate hands. I'm not afraid to get them dirty, though.
I guess we'll put that to the test soon.
Mike, I appreciate all your help, man. It's been great to meet you. Here's a quick little autograph for you.
As you sign the blueprint.
For sure.
Mike, I owe you a drink. Just tell me when, and I'll get that to you.
All right, sounds good. I mean, you don't need to. I mean, it did. He looks over at Benny, and he's kind of like all starry-eyed, and then looks at Josephine.
Maybe we can all grab a drink, Mikey.
That would be delightful. And you've been extremely helpful. I mean, Daddy's quite an influential chap. So if there's anything you need, just look me up.
Okay.
Close your mouth, Mikey boy. And I headed out.
Pulls a fly off of his tongue. All right. So I think we've gathered all the stuff that we have, about the house. We do have information now about a church, and there was a firefight at the church. Or do we want to check out the house?
I think I want to find everybody else. I want to, I'll talk to Benny and Josephine and be like, where do you think the other folks are at?
Weren't they going to the library and then to the newspaper offices? The Boston Globe.
Yeah, let's head out to the Boston Globe.
Okay. Because it works with serendipity, they were on their way. They were on their way out as you all cross in the street and come across each other, reuniting everyone. Reunited, and it feels so good.
Nice to see everyone. Staying safe.
Oh yes, well, it wasn't exactly a party, but we found out a few interesting things, and we can tell you. Maybe you can tell us what you found.
Mm-hmm. Buchamp over here has been invaluable, as well as DJ. Let's talk.
Perhaps we should share our information on the way to the house. We got the keys. Maybe we should go check this place out.
Oh yes, it's getting really boring with all this research. Let's just go and have a look. With all of us, we should be fine. And with Zuby fending off any evil spirits, we'll be absolutely fine.
Well,
Wait, where's the church though? I tell them about the church.
Okay, I think it would be best to have a seance at the church first before going into the house, just to check out the spirits that we can reach before, so we get a idea of what's in there.
And I'm hoping to see some records.
I have to agree with Mason and Zuby over here. The church is kind of popping out to me when I think of things that seem suspicious.
I thought the church burned down in the gunfight.
Not everything burns.
There's records, stone carvings. I reckon some relics probably got buried beneath. Just because they cleared it up.
By churches, there's always graveyards.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. So you find the Chapel of Contemplation. It takes a bit of time. It's actually down an alleyway. The buildings around it are larger commercial buildings. So the beginnings of skyscrapers in Boston. A lot of brick buildings around, and it's kind of tucked away down this very, very narrow alleyway. Now, the old church, what's left of it is pretty much in ruin. The roof is still half there. The door is gone. The large, what looked to be a large double door. Oh, Kitty knocks everything over. Kitty wants to play. You see that there are, slump walls, in the garden, if you will, and a lot of natural stone, but there is still a structure beyond. That if you were to venture inside, it looks like there's a church with pews and a pulpit in the front.
Sorry, can I do archaeology? I know I pressed it, but
Sure. What do you want to do? What do you want to know for archaeology?
I want to see if I can find anything about the priest. I want to find out what exactly the church is about. Like, what are its main tenets, or what the religion looks like.
Okay. So that would be, I think that would be anthropology.
Oh.
Or history.
I'll do anthropology.
Okay. All right. You really don't know a whole lot. It was a weirdo church. And, I don't mean to denigrate anybody's religious beliefs, but in your neighborhood, when you grew up, they were the strange ones. But
well, this ain't Catholic.
No, definitely not. There are these strange white white carvings or paintings that actually kind of look a little bit fresh on pieces of the walls all throughout, the garden that's out front, and on the doorway that leads into the doorway, not the door itself, because there is no more door, that leads into the church proper. Looks like a bunch of Ys with an eye in the middle.
Just knowing that this is old and kind of creepy and feels very Templar to me, can I spot anything hidden in one of those white markings?
So spot hidden is utilized for trying to find stuff that might be buried, or like a perception check. Looking at the symbols kind of give off an occult feeling to them, some kind of spookiness to it. So spot hidden wouldn't necessarily come into play there, but spot hidden will come in very important for you. Just go ahead and give me a roll on that. Everybody give me a roll for that are looking around this location.
Yeah, you got it.
Can I roll history in general for the place and the symbols?
Yes.
Quite enjoyed history at boarding school. It's a very interesting little building.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. So give me a moment. Let me look through my results here.
DJ.
All right. Benny.
Harvard again.
Benny, the floor is wooden. You're a big dude. You don't think that you don't think you should go stand on that wooden floor?
It sounds a little hollow underneath here. I don't know if I should be on this thing.
Yeah, it's like you don't venture far in. DJ, you see you got an extreme success. So yeah, you see that the floor actually has it looks like the floor is collapsed in between two pews into a basement beyond. There's also a pulpit or lectern at the front of the church that kind of piques your interest. History for Josephine, the Chapel of Contemplation was a New Age religion or New Age church, and they had issues with authority figures, and authority figures had issues with them.
Do I know why?
Just within their teachings, they talked about personal autonomy. So anybody telling you to do something else is like an anthema to them.
Perhaps this symbol is some sort of anarchy connection. I mean, they were very independent. I remember reading something about them, and I don't think the authorities really like them being here.
Do you think this is
Perhaps
something
that had
maybe
something to
from
do
the
with the
cult?
shootout.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anything about anything occult. It's more, they didn't really teach that at boarding school, sadly.
All right. Did I miss anybody else's successes? I did not. All right. So with that being said, do you guys want to check out this building, go check out the lectern or whatnot? Benny, you're still worried about going and stepping on any of the wood there.
House is kind of wanting to go to investigate the lectern.
Okay.
It was just like a case about 2 3/4 years ago. Someone was hiding a stash of prohibited Jack Daniels over in a cubby behind a secret button compartment in a lectern. Do it all the time.
You're careful on that floor there, detective. It don't look like it can hold much.
All right.
Oh,
I don't weigh
there's
very
something
much.
below? You think it's a different level?
I'm curious what's where that's the floor stipping. DJ sweetheart, were you able to see anything more? You're small. Can you like maybe walk over there and take a peek in? Would you mind?
He can wear.
Well,
Like,
the concave floor that you saw between the two benches.
how did
Can you-
you know that I saw that?
Oh, I thought it was common knowledge.
I
Are
didn't
you
say
reading minds
anything
again?
about it.
It's
View
my
champ.
spirit guide, sweetheart. They sometimes just give me stuff. You know.
Remember what we told you about that whole mind reading thing, Champ? You gotta cut it out with that. Creeps us out.
Detective
Oh.
House, go ahead and give me a size roll. Now what is your size currently?
My size is 60, it looks like, is the dice.
Okay.
Let's do it. Bam, that is a critical failure.
Yes,
100?
it is.
Woo! I love
So-
these.
So, oh yeah, yay, random number generators. So, Detective House kind of heads off down the main, the main center aisle, and then the floor just gives out beneath him,
Oh,
and he tumbles to the floor below. The pews start to slide, and the wood falls, and the floor just gives way as this floor has fallen in. Pretty much half of it has fallen in. Now, because I'm a nice, benevolent GM, I will have you roll your own damage. So
thank you.
on the left-hand side, there is a white bar with a D20. If you go ahead and roll a 1D4 for me, actually, and then double it, please.
All right, so 2d4.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, we got 7.
You take 7 points of damage as you fall through the floor. You land, and then a pew slides down and conks you on the head.
Detective, are you all right?
I dropped
Well
my
done.
smokes.
I warned you.
Oh yeah, there's also a gash in my leg. All right, does one of you guys help me out, please? It kind of hurts.
Of course.
You're all looking at him, and he's a good distance in. It's going to require a climb or a jump roll to get down into that basement.
A climb or a jump?
Yeah.
I'll try to do a jump.
Okay.
Because I'm like, damn, we got warned. Like, Benny, come on.
Okay. So you
I'm
jump.
staying here.
You're able to jump down to the next level. You kind of stumble a little bit, and it tosses you forward. You're not going to take any damage from the jump, but you do fall headlong into some very nice, soft, velvety robes, and you hear a little bit of a clatter underneath the robes. Pick your head up and you see you're looking face to face with a skeleton.
Unexpected or expected, my brain is processing information.
That's why I need for you to make a sanity roll.
Cool beans. Sanity. Oh, okay.
All right. You're fine. You process this with no problem.
I used to, I was a gravedigger at one point, so, some of those boxes weren't really nailed tight. I seen a couple gooey ones. This one's fine.
Some of the gooey ones. That's fantastic. I would love to run more games with you. So yeah, there's you collapse on top of what looks to be a monk or priest that has been down here for a long time.
I'm like trying to figure out, like, what am I doing? He ain't Catholic.
What's everybody else doing?
Well, can I be wearing one of those very long draped flapper scarves that I can use as a rope for them?
Yes, you can.
So I'm going to, totter over there and try and throw them the scarf to help them get up.
Okay.
Is there a way I can make sure the detective is like, his leg is all right and patched up?
Give me a first aid roll.
First aid. Sorry, I'm looking for it.
That's okay.
There you go. Sorry, man. I think you're gonna lose it.
Hey, you saved me down there. Thank you guys. Can't thank you enough for saving me.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You didn't kill him, which was a good thing. You're like, yeah, you're fine. Try to
I
walk
just like
on it and then
slap
it
his
snaps.
leg and then be like, "That'll stop the bleeding."
Rub some dirt on it. You'll be okay, right?
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
walk it off. We'll just
Yeah, rub some dirt, put like a knot on it, just like.
Yeah,
That'll be
that's
fine.
how that
Well,
works.
you'll be fine. I didn't. The blood doesn't look that red.
Besides that, looks like Betty was right. There's a whole little thing down there. Did you find anything when you jumped down there, Mason?
Both of you give me a luck roll.
Well,
All right. Luck time. That will be 50. Oh, wait, I'm in edit mode, so let's fix that.
Yeah. Wait, I don't understand the luck.
So luck is going to be the same. You want to roll under your luck to see if you are lucky and find something.
No, I'm not lucky.
Yeah, your luck's a 37. Ooh. No, you're not very lucky. Detective House, though, you do see that there is under the rubble, there is a cabinet, and it looks like there is a journal that's kind of cracked open in the cabinet, underneath all of the debris from the upstairs.
Oh, what's this? Let's crack it open.
A little light reading, I suppose.
Hey, any intel is better than none. Let's find out what's in this sucker.
I can't believe you're both down there reading again.
Well,
I'm trying to help you up.
Oh, we're just making sure we cross our T's and dot our I's. Just
of
giving
course.
a place of once over. Be patient, Josephine.
You do notice that in the book there is the name. You do see the name Walter Corbett, and it says, in accordance with his wishes and the wishes of those who wait in the dark, he is interred in his home for all of eternity until he is called.
I think we should go and tell this to our crew and go to the house. Because, I don't know. What do you think, Detective? Investigate further? Or...
Well, I don't think we're gonna find any other clues down in this little dump. This book is kind of funky. It's kind of creepy. I agree. Let's head back up. Let's head topside and let's go to the house as soon as possible. Sooner we're done with this job, the better.
Yeah. I let the detective go first, just in case, he falls again, he doesn't get even more hurt. Is there a chance, did I see anything on the body that I saw? Like any jewelry or like religious items, anything?
He did have a ring on.
I think about it. Could be. And I take the ring.
Okay. All right. It's a big chunky ring that has the same symbol that you saw earlier from outside.
Yeah. I'm like, if this guy got the ring, I'm assuming Corbett had one too. And I show it to the detective, and I show it to Josephine because I feel like she might know something about jewelry.
Do I have a roll for that?
Appraise.
No. No, well, I might try luck then. What do I do for that? One
Just
luck point?
go to your edit and get rid of 2 points for luck, and that will make a success.
There we go.
All right. So with that, the skill, because you drop down to your score, that gives you effectively a critical success. Because if you roll your score, it's critical.
Mm-hmm.
The ring itself is it's a platinum ring. So it is quite valuable. And the eye in the middle does have a few gemstones. It's pretty expensive. It's very high quality. It's very, very well made.
Well, this is rather nice piece of bling. It's platinum gems. I'm surprised it's stayed here for so long. Somebody hasn't, taken off with it.
Yeah.
And clearly, whoever had this made, it was very, very important to them.
There's no inscriptions inside the ring?
No.
Okay.
Does it have any? Zuby should have a look at it. Does it have any sort of occult powers about it?
What do you think, Zuby? Are there any occult powers in the ring?
Let me ask my spiritual guide. Give it here.
Can we assume I've pulled them up now?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll assume that you've pulled them up and everybody's out of the basement.
Can I do another first aid check for poor old detective?
Sure.
There we go.
All right. Roll 1d4.
Ooh. Darling, I'm not getting anything about the ring. I'm sorry. Spirits are being very helpful since they were, abused earlier by the detective, telling them to stop helping me. Kind of sets them off,
Sensitive spirits.
They are. It's not easy being dead.
Oh, yes. Poor, unfortunate souls.
And yes, Josephine rolled a 4, was able to patch up your leg pretty well, and gives you back 4 hit points for today.
I tied my scarf around a splint for your poor leg, and you can walk on it now.
Thank you. Oh, that feels so much better.
Maybe we should go to this house and call Corbett, see if he'll show up and get him out of there. Dig his bones out, or whatever we need to do to
yes,
get him out.
We should definitely dig him out. It seems to be causing all sorts of problems.
We got the
Agreed.
tools. And, is it cement floor? A shovel ain't gonna do it if it's cement.
Good question. Only way to find out is to head to the house.
Shucks.
Either way, this city's been suffering Corbett's influence for the last at least 20 years. It's time he gets out.
Yeah, let's head out. Let's head there. Let's go.
So we're going to screen wipe. It takes a little bit for you guys to get to the Corbett house. The Corbett house is a 2-story home, and in front there is a small front porch that's held up by 2 wooden pillars, and on the facade of the I can't remember what it's called now. The gambrel on the roof, there is a stylized sun and an eye above the front door. You see that the front door itself has 3 locks on it. They all look to be fairly new. And the exterior of the house is pretty overgrown. There's plants around the outside there. It looks like there's a shed in the back. And it seems as though the house kind of falls back into the shadows of the flanking buildings. Hello, kitty.
This house doesn't look creepy at all.
My spirit here.
Could you, with the attention of Gardner,
Detective, you got the key, right?
You know I do. You know, this place kind of looks like a place I rented a few months back. Just as crummy. Except that one had a fresh coat of paint. I don't even know how long ago this was taken care of. I start muttering to myself as I open the door.
Okay.
it's definitely potential.
It certainly has potential, definitely. And the door unlocks, and the key unlocks each of the deadbolts. And the door opens up, and the smell of must just wafts over you as soon as the door opens. It's almost as though that the wind from beyond kind of blows through the house as soon as the door opens up.
Is
This
that
is worse than the library.
is that symbol looks familiar? Is that the same symbol on the ring that's above
No.
the door?
No, it's a different symbol. It's just not. Let me see if I can get you a picture of it.
Is the eye at least the same kind of thing?
Handout. I need to save the picture real quick. There we go. Save. Show to players.
Ah,
Mm.
I see. Interesting. Interesting.
So the door opens up, and you've got a long hallway beyond. Now, on each of the walls have a wood paneling that goes up about halfway up, and it's a bit dirty and dusty. The green wallpaper, the green brocade wallpaper on the walls is stained in some areas, and you can see where there were paintings, and there is a large mirror about halfway down the hallway on the right-hand side of the hallway. It is cracked and missing part of the mirror itself on that southern wall, if you will.
Mm. Oh, well, of course, Josephine wants to check how her outfit looks without the scarf now, and just...
It's just missing something.
Mm. Anything else from the mirror?
No, the frame of the mirror is pretty nice. Looks as though that it was looks like it might be Italian made. It's could be pretty pricey, but it's secured to the wall quite securely.
Nobody who isn't there looking back at me or anything like that. Haha.
No, the scariest thing looking back at you is Benny as he walks by.
Any shards of glass on the floor?
No, they've all been swept up. Now, there are 3 doors along the north wall and 2 doors along the south.
Which way is the basement from the plans?
You think that there is a doorway or a stairwell in the kitchen.
Or which way is the kitchen?
Toward the back of the house.
Is there enough light for natural light coming in, or do we need our flashlights?
You're going to need the flashlights unless someone wants to throw open the windows.
I will.
It seems a little musky in here. I don't. You guys mind if I open some windows up?
Please
Not
do.
at all. I think
I'll help you out,
Please.
Benny.
a little bit of natural light would do the place a lot of good.
I'd like to go ahead and just start opening some of the windows.
Okay. The closest window is to the room to your right, which is the living room. Now, you notice this living room has typical furnishings. This hasn't been cleared out. You notice that there's 2 or 3 stuffed chairs here. There's a couch. There's shelves with all kinds of knickknacks and tchotchkes. One thing that does stand out, there are a lot of statues of the Virgin Mary as well as other Catholic artifacts in here.
Looks like somebody was doing a, what do you call it? One of those holy roller things where they were making sure the spirits weren't getting in here. Let's open this window.
Okay. You draw back the curtain and the window, you see the window beyond. It's a quality make. It's not cheap, but also not high end. And with a little bit of little bit of elbow grease, you're able to open it up and get some air in here. Upstairs, you hear something pound on the floor, something metal, like.
Is there somebody here?
You
Door's
raccoon.
locked.
Anybody hear that?
Yeah.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Can I head upstairs?
Yes, you can head upstairs if you like.
I head upstairs.
Okay.
Are we going to let Mason go alone, or?
I'll
I
accompany.
warned these guys last time. I'm not doing it again.
The floor looks fine.
Well-
And I start walking up. I do it relatively slowly, and I can I have my torchlight on, if like just in case I'm like running into something dark.
Yeah, you can have your flashlight on.
Do
Is anybody else going upstairs?
I don't. Well, I can't really let Mason go up there all alone. And I've got firearm skills. Do I have a gun? Well, no. Okay.
Only person that might have a gun here is the detective.
Fair enough.
Would you like me to roll luck for it?
Do I have any weapons?
Your fists?
Okay. I was hoping for like a baton or something, but alright.
I can always just try to charm.
You know what works as a baton? A candlestick. Like a metal candlestick.
Okay. While I'm walking up, if I see anything on the floor that can be used as an alternative weapon, I grab.
Okay.
I'll grab one of the heavier statues of the Virgin Mary in order to brain anything with that.
Okay.
Okay, and I look out behind me. He's like, Josephine, are you sure?
Yes, come on.
All right. And then I start walking up with the torchlight on, and I'm just gonna assume the piece of wood on the floor, and
Okay.
I head up towards the noise.
So you see that the upstairs is primarily dominated by a narrow hallway, and it looks like there's 4 rooms with all of the doors kind of on the left. The first one right at the top of the stairs looks to be the bathroom. And then it looks like there are the doors are closed for each of the remaining rooms. It sounded like it came from the very front room.
Perhaps we should knock.
No. And I open the door that I assume the thing is. Can I like kick it open?
Yeah, you can kick it open. Go ahead and give me a strength roll.
Strength. Okay.
Blam! You kick open the door, and it actually comes off of its hinges.
Did not mean to do that.
A little too strong.
Gonna have
Quite
to fix
impressive.
that, Jason.
Not my money.
And in here, it looks like it's a main bedroom. There is a double bed in the middle of the room against the wall, and a bookshelf and a chair that's looking outside the window, or that could look outside the window. And in here, there are more crosses on the wall and above the door. You see that there is a rosary and a breviary and a Bible on the end table, the nightstand. I'm going to pause you guys for a second. Everybody that's downstairs, what are we doing?
I am examining the statues of Mary
Okay.
to determine the different qualities and if there's anything about them that might tell me about the person who put them there, like initials or
They're not.
sometimes people,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're not cheap. They're pretty high quality. The Macarios were Italian, so you think some of these might have come from Italy?
Wow, there's not a cheap one amongst the mix of these. So I think I'm just gonna take one or two, put them in my bag. Nice looking things.
The detective is gonna pop a smoke and then he's gonna go head over to the basement. He wants to scope it out.
Okay, so you head over toward the kitchen area. You see that there is a door, a white door with a metal doorknob to go down. Most doorknobs are metal, Dan. Yeah, of course they are, and that that you have a good feeling that that's the way to go down. So crack it open, and you hear a bit of a noise down below. It sounds like wind. DJ, what are you doing?
I am looking for like a study or a library or something with books,
Okay.
whichever room might have that.
So the first storage room, the first door, the one that's marked 1 on our map. Everybody sees the map, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
You see that there are inside here, it is a storage room. There is a cupboard, and in the there are a few books lining the wall, and actually quite a few books. Some are diaries, and there is a locked like a locked cabinet type of area. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's quite a few books in here.
Okay. Can I start like flipping through them?
Yes.
And
Go ahead.
would I have to make a check on anything to find any useful information?
Not right now, no. You do find that a lot of these are diaries. Hang on, I should be able to. Do you guys see numbers now?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So DJ, you're in room 1.
Okay.
Okay.
On the ground floor?
On the ground floor. And then Josephine and Mason are in bedroom number 1 upstairs. Number 4 is the living room where Benny is, and Zuby. And Dr. House is back towards 6 in the kitchen.
Okay. Would it be okay if I place my token onto the like a token for my character right kind of where that is, just so I have that reference?
Go ahead. Do you know how to do that? Yes, you do.
Yep.
Awesome.
Thank you.
If we need other tokens, we can copy paste the party token.
Okay. So Zuby saw that DJ left and peeks out the door and sees that she's busy reading again. So she goes in there behind her. DJ, darling, into the books again.
I mean, yeah, it's what I do.
Anything good?
Well, if you're into people's personal lives, I guess. There's no empirical evidence in this. Like, it's all just thoughts and feelings and
best type of information. But what about that cabinet over there? Did you open that one?
No, it's locked.
Oh, are you sure, dear? So I'm going to go over there and try to open it using my locksmith skill. Nope, that did not work.
Do you want to spend some luck to get it unlocked?
Not with that failure. There's too much of a discrepancy.
24. Okay.
Does it look like a cabinet or something that could be broken into?
Yes.
Can I go over and smash it open?
Yeah.
I'd like to. I see Zuby over there struggling with something, so I just kind of saunter into the room and what we got going on here?
Be a sweetheart, be a dear, and open this for me, would you?
Can I borrow one of those sweet ladies of Mary there in your hand?
Oh, certainly. Here you go.
I'd like to try to smash it open.
Okay. You think that you're probably going to smash the statue. You could probably just tear the door off.
Oh, okay.
You're strong.
I'm gonna rip the door off then.
Go ahead and give me a strength roll. Benny, we're going to say you don't have to spend any luck on that. You tear the door off and you actually pull it right off the wall itself. So you're holding on to the door and the cabinet.
Happens. What do we got inside here, Zuby?
Heavy
Well,
book.
Put it down, darling, and I'll look through this. And I'm starting to like see what I can like sweep out of it amongst the debris that may have happened because of being pulled loose.
Sorry.
There is a very large, heavy book here, maybe about
Oh my
14 inches
goodness.
by 12 inches, and about 8 inches thick. And it's has a fancy lock on it, and it looks like it does require a key.
Another lock? Oh my goodness. What is it with people and locks? Let's see. This one doesn't seem quite as hard to get open though.
And it pops open. And as it pops open, we're going to go to Detective House. All right. So Detective House, you get to the basement. I'm going to move your dude real quick. Move your token. Sadly, that map has that little doorway there. That doorway does not exist. That's a wall. The doorway is over there in the kitchen itself. So there is a dark hallway or a dark stairwell that leads down. And it's maybe about I just moved you into the darkness, didn't I?
Yup.
Into the abyss.
Down he goes.
Turn your torch on.
I seem to be making a habit of falling into the darkness.
That's your luck, isn't it?
That bum leg of yours.
There you go. I threw some fire in there.
Honestly, this is on a side note. I think I'm gonna have to make this like an NPC in one of my games.
So it opens up into a well-stocked basement. There are shelves with all kinds of implements that belong in a basement. Watering cans, gardening tools, bunch of cans, a bunch of things of canned food. It's dark down here. Smells a little strange. There is a pretty thick wall on the back wall there for us.
I'm sorry, are we supposed to be able to see part of the basement at the moment?
The only person that's going to see the basement right now is going to be
The detective.
detective.
Okay, just making sure because you were saying
Yeah.
there seems okay.
What was that thing called? Penny Dreadful? I feel like I'm gonna walk into a trap here. Like I said, I gotta do what I gotta do.
I gave his token vision so he could see into the darkness, the dark areas on the map.
It might. Oh. Gotcha. He's okay, so it looks like that there's a thick wall right here that's right in front of me.
That's correct.
Is there any remarkable things upon it? Like, is it drywall? Is it painted?
It is wooden slats.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of a feel around, seeing if there's any like movable sections. If it feels like I'm gonna knock on it, see if it's hollow on the other side. You know, do some checks because obviously fishy wall is very fishy to me.
Yeah, you knock on the wall, and toward the area, kind of where your token's feet are, in that section, it does sound more hollow. Now, if you could possibly find a crowbar to peel away the slats, that might be interesting.
Looks like I'm gonna have to get that box there and find a crowbar. Wonder if there's one lying around here. Basements are usually great for finding tools.
All right. So you go about looking for a tool. Give me a spot hidden roll. This is to dictate how quickly it takes for you to find it.
All right. Do 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 do. Woo!
All right. Pretty quickly, but we're gonna move back upstairs. So back upstairs in the bedroom. Josephine and Mason, you guys are in this master bedroom, and again, there's a lot of religious iconography all around this room. What would you like to do?
I would like to quickly open the window.
Okay. All right. It takes a little bit of elbow grease, but it opens up, and the wind kind of blows in and blows the curtain a little bit at you.
Well, since the noise came through the floor, I suppose I'd better look under the bed and shine a flashlight there.
All right.
Can I push the bed? I don't want Josephine to get her pretty dress dirty.
Josephine goes to get down to look at the bed, and since you've opened the window, you hear a noise downstairs, like something being torn from the wall. Good job, Betty. And when that happens, there's a quick jump. It looks like the bed bounces a little bit and then swings at the swings at Mason, who had just opened up the window. The bed lifts up and turns.
Mason, duck.
Give me a dodge roll.
Not the quacking one.
Dodge. Okay. Where? Sorry, I'm looking.
Should be on the left-hand side, the far left.
Okay. Yes.
Ooh.
I am 100% being I got this, Josephine. I'm about to move it, and the second I see it, I'm and then I just I don't have Benny's fighter reaction style. I'm just standing there like a log. I'm well, this is me.
Wham! You get hit with the bed, and the bed effectively tosses you out the window.
Any chance I can grab the window seal?
Give me a luck roll.
Well, shucks.
Oh!
You're holding on, so you get knocked out of the window, and you're holding on to the glass windowsill. Now you are going to take 2 points of damage, and your hands are currently bloody. It's better than 2d6 plus 2 points of damage, which could knock you out completely.
Yeah. How do I do damage?
So go to edit mode, and bring down your hit points by 2.
Hit points. Oh, the 7. Wait.
Let me see how many you have currently.
Oh, 15. So
Okay.
So it would be
13.
Can I help Mason back in?
Yes, you can.
Mason, here, take my hand. Oh dear, you're bleeding.
Josephine, give me a strength roll.
Oh dear. I'm totally going to drop Mason out the window here.
I'm holding tight.
You know you are not, and you're both not going out the window. Josephine, you're able to pull Mason back into the room.
I thought you had delicate hands. You are a curious thing, and
Oh,
but
my
not
look.
as curious as that. And I
No,
like look at the bed.
the bed just took off. Maybe we should head down and join the others.
I'm like I am literally processing. So where is the bed at this moment?
So
Is
the
it
bed is picked up and turned 90 degrees effectively. Like it picked up, hit you. It just flew over Josephine's head when she went duck down to look underneath it.
okay? So so it's no longer where it was, right?
Correct.
What can I see? What was there? Like what's on the floor?
Yes, you see burnt into the hardwood floor, there is a circular sigil. It's a circle with looks like a star and a couple other squiggly lines, and almost looks like a looks like a symbol that you've never really seen before, but still kind of spooky, actually.
Okay, okay. I'm like Josephine. Should we leave? Should we get someone up here? I'm kind of confused over this bed and that burnt mark. I want to destroy it. My gut instinct is to destroy it.
We could set it on fire. I've got some matches. Well, a lighter for my cigarettes.
Okay. You know what? Let's get our little buddy Benny and Zubio up here, and like hopefully one can help us destroy it, another one can help us identify it.
So DJ, Zuby, and Benny, while you guys are downstairs, you guys hear it sounds like a bed being moved upstairs.
What was that? They went up there for like a tapping. That's not a tapping. Did you guys hear that?
What are you getting into? Mason, you okay up there?
We could use a little help. We're fine.
Fine. I'm not fine. I get up here.
You first, Benny. I'll follow right behind. DJ girl, if you can look at this book while we head up and maybe see if you can decipher anything of it. This huge one right here. Maybe it's not the journaling stuff, but maybe you'll like it better.
So DJ, you find in the book, like you kind of look over and you look through it as you kind of brush off Zuby because like whatever. And it's a book that has like experiments that are in here, and it talks about reaching another dimension in spirits, and it actually has measurements from different tools and talks about joules and gigawatts, and there's something in there that says call forth the opener of ways, and you see that there is a symbol like that on the page. Were you able to see that? Did that come through on my camera? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, DJ, it's got quite a bit of neat information there for you.
When we get upstairs and I see this thing burnt into the floor, because I'm up there with Mason and Josephine, I say, Zubio, what is this? And should we get DJ up here? She knows about these things. She researches shit.
Oh, darling, it's a sigil. You can tell that at least. Some kind of meaning to it.
We need more than the basics here.
Patience. I know,
I just saw a bed hit me and I went straight to that wall.
Oh.
And I'm like showing them my hands. I'm like,
there's
this
blood
is not
on the
fine.
glass window.
This is not fine.
My dear, we have to do that first.
No. This is more important. I don't know what is going on or how things are going around here, but that is not my cup of tea, and I don't like tea.
Well, fine then. If you're gonna push off the attempt to help you, I guess I will just, pass right on then.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Mason is just
You
like
know-
furious that this inanimate object just came at him and being like, "I got no beef with you. I'm just in this house. I don't even know you're sentient. I am mad."
Can
Benny, you
guys
look at her.
find
You
it?
look at Mason's hands, and Mason's hands are tore up. But because of Mason's infuriating and being infuriated, you don't have the opportunity really to take care of their hands.
Fair
So
enough.
hold the bed, if you will. Don't want that swinging around anymore. Like, then I can look at it a little closer. Just make sure it doesn't move first. And let's see. Oh dear.
It's one of the seals of Solomon from the Goetia.
Okay. But
That's
I don't know exactly what it does.
right.
Well, the good news is I've seen it before. The bad news is that I don't remember what it's supposed to mean. They do have like lots of books downstairs. Maybe somebody wrote it down.
Maybe. I'm not sure if I know anything about it. Maybe I. No.
I still think we should call DJ up here to take a look
I
at
yell for
DJ
like,
knows stuff.
I'm like, Dolores, DJ, please.
You're on mute.
I think she's stuck in a book. She just reads so much. She may not even have heard you. We should all shout together. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. DJ!
You're on mute.
Still on mute.
We can't hear you.
Damn, that book must be engrossing.
It is.
Here's a Harvard woman.
Well, DJ struggles and wants to headbutt the mute button. We're gonna go downstairs real quick because I do want to get to that because you've got some cool information that you could possibly find out about that. But yeah, get unmuted. Let me know. But Dr. House, or not Detective House. Oh, there we go. DJ, you're out. You're off mute now.
Well, he has got
There we
a
go.
doff leg now. So
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. I don't know what happened, but yeah, so I head upstairs with the giant book and to show them the symbol.
All right. The symbol matches what's in the floor here. In your quick reading, this is a binding, circle, like it's a binding sigil. Something was kept here, or you can use it to call something, like a summoning or binding, if you will.
Okay.
Now, you could possibly go through, because there's a bunch of words written in Latin in the book. You might be able to maybe recite them, cast the spell that's there.
Yeah. Is that
Do you
Do
know
I make
Latin?
it- I'm checking.
Can
Mm.
I
Nope.
like
No.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
that's
like-
okay.
good? No spells. Don't read from the book.
Nope, you're gonna read from the book.
I studied a bit
Yes,
of Latin at school. I could try.
Oh, did you?
Is that thing
Don't
like
remember a lot though.
it's like a telephone? You can call somebody.
Translate it. Can't you just read it without
How many
translation?
luck for that, Dan?
10.
Well, I'm gonna do
Whoops.
it. Oopsie.
All right.
Read inside your mind. Don't read it
don't
out loud.
We're near at the end, and I'll just spend all my luck. There we go. I've edited it.
Spend the 10 points of luck there. Okay. All right. So, DJ, go ahead. Because the person providing you with the Latin gives you the proper spelling, the proper pronunciation of the words that are there. Go ahead and give me a power roll. Power is the skill utilized for casting spells or doing weird things, or it's also your ability to say no at times. So go ahead and
Okay.
click on power. It's toward the top.
Okay.
Ooh.
You rolled a 1. Oh, right. You do not do the Colada Barada Nick. You actually say everything correctly. And Detective Haas, give me a spot hidden roll.
You got it. Give me 1 second to find it. I always lose the spot hidden skill.
It hides itself.
I mean,
Exactly.
clearly.
Excellent. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a knife floating and flies directly at you.
Oh, this is bad.
You can roll a dodge to get out of the way. DJ, you feel weird, very weird. And in front of you, in shimmering in the circle, it looks as though that there is a bunch of tentacles come up out of the floor. They're see-through, they're transparent, and they're ghostly, and they're purple. Good. Detective House, you don't get struck by the knife.
Sorry, I've seen this before.
And from within the tentacles, what looks to be a large flower appears, and it's translucent. And then it begins to materialize, and it's just there with tentacles just waving. It doesn't seem as though that it exits the circle at all. Everybody, go ahead.
Yay.
Is anybody else seeing this? Do you see this? Is it just me?
I'm like DJ. I'm like repeating.
Can everybody go ahead and give me a sanity roll?
I'm gonna go insane.
You're down there now.
Would you like the detective to do so as well?
No.
How do we do sanity
Okay.
roll? Where's that? Skills? Or?
Sanity is at the top.
I can see sanity points, but it's
And
not
if
giving me a roll.
you click on sanity, are you in the edit mode or not?
Oh, I am. Yes, that would explain everything. Uh-oh.
Oh,
All
two of
right.
us are doing better than the other two.
Okay. So DJ, yeah, you're holding on. DJ and Zuby, you guys are kind of holding on to your holding on to your composure. Benny, Benny and Josephine, both of you give me an intelligence roll. So intelligence is also at the top. Now, just because you've seen something and something kind of cracks, you roll intelligence to see if you comprehend what you've seen. You don't want to succeed this roll. All right. So Josephine, you're okay. You're going to suffer 1d4 sanity loss. So go ahead and roll 1d4. Benny, you're not okay. Roll 2d6 for me. All right. So you can go ahead and subtract those. Now, because you've lost more than 4 in a round, you are Benny, you're not acting yourself. You really don't. You, Joe, have control of your character. Benny does not have control of himself. What is Benny going to do upon seeing this technically flowered creature?
He's weirded out. He's hyperventilating. He's can't catch his breath. He's pointing. He's trying to talk and say something, but it's not there. Nothing's coming out. He's just really freaked out right now.
Okay. So he's not going into fight mode then.
No, he just
yeah.
He needs to breathe. Somebody needs to tell him to breathe because he's about to pass out because he can't get it out.
Well, maybe in a round or so you'll pass out. All right. So what are Zuby and what's everybody else doing? What is Mason, DJ, and Zuby doing?
I'm probably close to Benny, so I probably not the best choice, but I do grab Benny's shoulder, and because my hand's bloody, that was not a good choice. But I kind of just pull Benny back,
Okay.
and I'm just like, Benny, DJ, Zuby. I'm just like naming everybody basically in the room, and I'm like, Josephine, come on, what is this? What's going on?
You're like a mother naming off all of their children
Like
in rapid
everybody,
succession because they can't
everybody's
figure out who they
alive?
want to talk to.
Yeah, it's like, no one got the tentacles, because I bet that's the thing that threw the bed at me. I don't like it. I want to destroy that sigil. DJ, tell me what to do.
Dolores, read it backwards. Read it backwards, quick.
Like, what would reading it backwards do?
That should undo what we did.
What did you
don't want
mean?
it to come further out.
What did you just say?
What?
Well, we'd have to ask Josephine what she just said. Josephine has the Latin knowledge.
I don't feel like I really know what happened there, but I get the feeling that's not such a bad thing. I feel a little dizzy, but I'm all right. Is he all right, Benny?
We're not asking if you're all right. We're asking if you know what it meant.
I think so. Hang on. Given that I spent the luck, do I know?
Flower octopus! Flower octopus!
Calm down, Benny.
It seems like it's gibberish, but it's asking about, from the bring forth the thing from beyond, wisdom, deeds, minions, things like that, stuff that doesn't necessarily make sense.
Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's about bringing something forth with minions, which doesn't sound very good. And maybe somebody did that and we need to send it back.
Okay,
Where is the detective?
I think we need to set the bed down on top of it if you're not going to read it backwards, because I don't think this thing should go.
I don't think covering it will do anything.
I mean, there is a duvet. Just put the duvet over it. It'll hide it. Nobody will see it, right?
Works with laundry.
It does not work with laundry. You still gotta clean it at the end of the day, or at least by the week. And I'm now furiously looking for the detective.
Okay. Detective is not up here. So, detective, downstairs, the knife flies by you once again. You do have a crowbar in hand.
Okay. So, I mean, he's seen this trick before. The floating, ghostly dagger coming from out of the corner of the room without anyone throwing it. That's the oldest trick in the book. I think I want to try to hit it out of the air with the crowbar. This time, now that I can see it coming.
Go ahead and give me a brawl roll, please.
Okay. I know it's a bit flashy, but I can't help it. That's fun. Ooh.
You and random number generators are not working well today. Go ahead and give me a dodge roll again.
That's kind of my thing. I just, I still roll with it.
Okay.
I try to look cool and I got a dagger stuck in my forearm.
We'll find out in a second here. Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
Yikes.
Hey, honestly, if this is where he dies, I'm totally cool. It's fine.
Where is that damn detective?
It's like where's the damn detective? Screen flip over to the knife implanted in his head.
Well, he's not down on the main floor, I can tell you that. We would have seen him when we ran up to find you.
You left him alone?
You left us.
He's a detective.
There is an octopus with a flower.
Okay. So hang on.
So many things are happening right now. I'm bleeding. There's blood. There's an octopus. Where's the damn detective?
The detective is dead.
Josephine's just listening out for anything more, and I think, do I hear the detective scream?
Yes, you do hear the detective scream downstairs. Detective House, the dagger just dodges underneath your arm and buries itself in your armpit. You feel your lifeblood pour from your body, and everything gets real cold real fast as it punctures things that it shouldn't. I haven't killed anybody in a long time in this campaign, in this scenario, so give me a bit here. I'm going to enjoy this.
Oh, excitement. Okay.
This was supposed to be an easy job. What? Why?
You hear laughter, and you see a set of feet as your head rolls to the right. And then the feet aren't walking, but floating maybe 2 inches above the floor. Naked feet, as it kind of floats and starts to float up the stairs. At the same time, your last bit of essence flows from you, and your little bit, you see a flower appear in your vision. It leans forward, and it feels like it gives you a kiss, and it says, "Thank you."
Before I go, can I get one less smoke?
Smoking's not healthy for you.
And then he dies. You can feel. Those were his last words.
Thank you for being good sport with that. The flower. What time is it? Yeah, we're a little bit over. Yeah, so that's okay. The tentacled flower creature booms and becomes material. And inside everyone's head, "Thank you for the blood sacrifice. I am now released." And we're going to end the night session here. So thank you guys for very much playing Call of Cthulhu with me.
We shouldn't have read from the book.
It's like the one rule from have you guys ever seen Evil Dead?
Yeah, don't read from the book. But the nice part is with this game you kind of have to. So
I was totally referencing The Mummy.
Yeah, it's same thing too.
Yeah.
Oh no, we lost DJ. All right.
Very nice, thank you. A lot of suspense and build up. That's great.
So if I realize that it's late for folks,
Early,
but I think Dr. Bean, or early.
Cool.
Dr. Bean, I think we're good with the and in the stream if we didn't end it early already.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun.
This was fun.
It was great. Thanks.